Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's tarot love read. My name is Morty. I'm excited to be here tonight. I'm excited to do this read, right? I don't know, the love reads have been pretty exciting, right? Very intense lately, profound. So it's been fun to be able to connect with those energies, right? And it's even more exciting for me, right, to listen to the comments from so many of you, right? Realizing that these energies are connecting with you, right? That they're resonating with you. The messages and the insights that they're resonating with all of you. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. So that's what brings me joy, obviously. That gives me permagrin. Okay, so yeah, it's like 6:12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is January 24th. Thursday. So I don't know, this week is just cruising by. Time is fluid, but time is fast too. Hope everybody's off to a great start in 2019. You know, I mean, we're about 3.5 weeks into the year right now. It's amazing how quick the time has went by. But I don't know, I kind of feel like there's been a lot of growth, lots of growth in the first 3.5 weeks for a lot of people. I'm reading that in your comments, you know. I appreciate all that you guys share. You know, those comments, they pull me in too. And, you know, it's fun to be able to learn that so many of you are going through your own awakenings, right? That you're making your own connections, that you're resonating with many of the stories and the energies that are coming up in these reads, that you're finding your story there. It's beautiful. So, yeah. And I just kind of feel like there have been a lot of us that have experienced some real growth, and a combination of healing and growth. Heavy dose of both in the first 3.5 weeks of 2019. So I don't know, hopefully there's more to come and only gets better, right? I need to take a drink. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is pull an affirmation card just to see what affirmation would be helpful for somebody to hear, taking us into tonight's read. Okay, fantastic affirmation. First of all, it's the number 18, which reduces to the number 9. This is powerful. It's the most powerful number. Best possible decision. This is a great card for you guys. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Interesting. Yeah, so somebody is in the process of making a big decision in your life, right? It's a heavy decision, it's big. And you're calling out to the universe, right? And you're asking for inspiration, right? Direction, guidance. Your guidance on the decision to make or how to go about it, right? Either way, you're asking for guidance and direction. I don't know. It's really kind of beautiful, actually, and I love the image. I mean, they're classic. Just very classy. Just beautiful. Okay, well, that'll be interesting to see how that affirmation fits into tonight's tarot read. Oh, by the way, so you probably noticed I changed the music again, right? So I'm playing some 432 hertz. This is deep healing, what is it? Let go of negative energy kind of frequencies. I thought it was very fitting for our evening tarot love reads, right? Maybe even all the reads. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know. I kind of like the sound of that Gregorian kind of chant, right? And this has a little bit of that in it, which I kind of like. Yeah, so I'm just going to mention this. So I'm actually thinking about coming up with kind of a meditation series, right, to integrate into this channel. Of just going through some meditative stories, right? And I don't know. I've just been kind of formulating it in my mind, with some really soothing sounds in the background. I don't know, just something that would maybe help all of us just kind of step into that state of consciousness that we're all looking for, especially when we're trying to get to the meditative state, right? Anyways, I don't know. If you guys, if you like the idea, let me know you like the idea. That will certainly encourage me. I didn't take another drink. All right. So, I mean, I'm feeling a little more comfortable on camera. It kind of feels good to not be quite as bashful. And honestly, you guys are what allow me to do that, right? Allow me to do this because of all your kind comments and all that you share in your comments. It really gives me the opportunity to feel like we're connecting as soul family members. It's beautiful, this cool little network that we have going. I love it. It's a lot of fun, so thank you. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to pull a card to see what the opening energy is, taking us into tonight's read. Okay. We start off with the Death card, right? The card of Scorpio. This represents transformation, right? Either transformation or something coming to an end, to a completion for somebody. If you look at the headstone here, right, it's in Latin, but translated, it says, life is changed, not taken, right? So, I don't know, this could be about an ending, right, and a beginning. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling something a little bit transformative, though. I don't know, let's see. So I think most of you guys know my style by now. I like to hold up each card and just kind of let you know what that individual card means on its own. And I do that because I like trying to teach at the same time, because many of you are a little fascinated with tarot, which that fascinates me, right? I'm really interested in that. So I like to encourage that. So anytime I get the opportunity, if I can teach a little and help you learn and understand a little bit more about tarot, then I like to be able to do that. So I do that, and then once the cards are all laid out, then I like to take a minute and see everything, see the spread entirely, see how the cards interact with one another, and feel the story, feel the truth, and then I can share the read with you. I mean, you guys know that. All right, tell me more. What's happening in the world of love? Okay, hang on, I have too many cards to fill out. When you're shuffling, you tend to have a pretty good sense of what's a legit fall and what's an accident, That was a legit fall. Okay. It's beautiful, right? We have the Judgment card. It might be the card of Sagittarius, right? I'm not sure. just did a read, and it was connected to Sagittarius in that read. And anyways, I'm not sure if it represents Sagittarius, but it's a great card to have, right? Because what it represents is celebration. It's the end of judgment, right? And the end of judgment, no matter what side of it you're on, it's a beautiful thing. Whether you're the one judging or you're the one being judged, it ends. I mean, look at the angels, they're celebrating above. She's blowing her trumpet, right? Announcing that judgment is over with. It's liberating. You know, because judgments, I mean, everything is about frequency and vibration, right? And anytime there's judgment, whether we're getting judged, or we're judging others, or we're judging ourselves, right? It's a lower frequency, it's a lower vibration. So it's always a good thing to have it, you know, end, so that we can raise our vibration, right? Raise our vibration, allow in that vibration of unconditional love. Okay, now we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, this is a limiting energy, right? This can be the energy of how we're looking at life. It's seeing things negatively, right? She's staring down at these 3 spilled cups in the water. Not 1, not 2, but 3. 3 times. So maybe 3 attempts, right? And she can't get her focus off of those losses to recognize these full cups that are being offered to her, right? I don't know. With the Judgment card coming out right now, maybe this is a past energy. If not, right? Allow it to become a past energy and allow judgment to end. All right, tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, beautiful. I know it's a grim image on a card, and I say beautiful, right? It's an ending, right? It's over with. This is completion. So, I don't know, endings always bring bright new beginnings, right? I mean, what's standing out to me right now is, right, this brightness, right? This little shine that's coming out from the middle of all those swords. That, I don't know, that no matter how painful each of those swords may have been, that there was growth there, right? There was expansion. Each one had its own form of light, representing some form of a light in your life, right? Hard experiences. Hopefully experiences that, you know, you've done once, you've experienced it now, you don't have to experience it again. I mean, that kind of logic makes sense to me. But yeah, this is the best I've ever felt seeing this card. Okay, now we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, this could be a pretty limiting energy too, right? It represents the energy of maybe there was a misunderstanding with something. I don't know. Things went right? Just the birds scattering, right? And he's reaching down, he's trying to pick up these 2 swords. In the meantime, his other 5 swords are flying above his head. So, I don't know, I think it represents the energy of some kind of disconnect. Yeah, causing somebody to pull away, right? To pull away from something or somebody. Okay, it's coming in after the Ten of Swords, right? What this is telling us, I believe, is that after this Ten of Swords, it was necessary to leave, right? To depart, to disengage. Because that's where the growth was. As hard as that was, it's beautiful growth. I mean, as you guys know, there are several stories, right, that I'm connecting with here. You just pick up on those energies that resonate with you, right? And that's your part of the story. All right, tell me more. Great. Now we have the King of Cups. This is coming in behind the Seven of Swords. So, King of Cups, water sign, right? So Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, male energy, but it doesn't have to be. Again, it's just the energy that it represents. I mean, this is a beautiful card. One of my favorites. He's the King of Cups. He's balanced, right? He sits in his reed throne. He has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on dry land. Water represents our subconscious, our emotions, feeling. The dry land represents our presence here on earth. He's balanced in both. The water also represents, right, him being connected and in touch with his feminine self. The foot on dry land represents him also being connected and in touch with his masculine self. He's balanced, which means he's intuitive. He's the most intuitive king. And I love all these colors behind him, right? And right here on the reflection. In fact, that reminds me, in the comments, there was an art teacher who pointed out exactly what those two colors were. The first one was Curian, I think Curian, and something came after Curian, and the second one was magenta, which I've heard of that color. I'm familiar with that one. But yeah, it was great information. Thank you for leaving those comments. But he sits here on his reed throne under a full moon, right? He represents a lot of love, unconditional love. It's a great energy. All right, tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, we now have the King of Swords. So King of Swords would be an air sign. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Male energy where it's king, but again, doesn't have to be. It's the energy that it represents. This is coming in under judgment. So this king, right, he's only interested in truth. He doesn't get stuck and caught up in a lot of the emotion and the feelings, right? He wants the facts. Especially if the emotions have been a distraction. When it comes to this energy, this is not about distractions anymore. It's just about the nuggets of truth. It's all he wants. And he's great at getting it, right? Sometimes coming in intuitively. It's a good energy. And now we have the Eight of Cups. This too is a good energy. This represents the energy of walking away from somebody or something in our life, right? Something that's kind of hard to walk away from. There's sadness here. Difficulty. Hurts. Yeah. But I mean, look where she's walking, right? She's walking into these beautiful colors. It's a great card. That's coming in under the Five of Cups. All right, tell me more. Okay, beautiful. We now have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is coming in under the Ten of Swords. So Ten of Pentacles, this represents abundance, right? Abundance in all of its fullness. She sits in this tree, right? And she's with her tamed wildlife, right? With the wolf right next to her. The deer down here, unafraid, it knows it's safe. It's in her presence. She has her castle behind her. And in the trees, you have these bodies, right? I think they're called dryad ladies in waiting. I mean, she's well-rounded. I don't know, I'm feeling, it's pentacles. I'm feeling an earth sign on this. For some reason, that kind of energy. It's a stable energy. And it represents abundance, right? Abundance in all of its forms. It can be material abundance. It can be financial abundance. It can be an abundance of love. It can be an abundance of friendships, of connection, an abundance of enlightenment, understanding, truth, knowledge, wisdom. It's abundant, so it's great. Okay, now we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, this represents the energy of sleepless nights, right? Stress, worry, concern. It's all self-induced, though. You have these 8 swords that are all pitched in the ground around her, right? And the raven's on top of it. You have this one last sword that the raven's waiting for her to pick it up. I mean, pick it up, right? I know somebody said once, use it as a crutch. I like that. Use it as a crutch. And pick it up. Allow this energy to pass. That's coming in under the Seven of Swords. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? She's a beautiful queen. Earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Queen, so female energy. It doesn't have to be. It's just the energy that it represents. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, right? She's quite the queen. She didn't become the Queen of Pentacles overnight, right? This is an earned energy, right? This is an earned energy that comes after living a life of experiencing, living, expressing, and feeling. Going through good times, hard times, trials, heartbreaks, losses, deaths. She rose above them all. Sitting at her ancient tree throne. She's beautiful. She keeps track of all the details. She's fantastic in business. It's a stable, solid kind of energy. It's the kind of energy you can count on. It's a great energy to have in your life. All right, tell me more. Okay, I don't know, I think we have a couple now, for sure. Now we have the King of Pentacles, right? This is the energy taking us out of the read. King of Pentacles sits at his ancient tree throne, like the Queen, right? He didn't become the king overnight just like that. He's experienced, right? He's lived life, made mistakes, went through pains, heartbreaks, losses. He's thrived and he's dived in life. He's done both. But he knows who he is, right? He knows where he's going. He's connected to his values, right? It's what he represents. So, Earth sign for many of you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But again, it's the energy that it represents. So that's the energy taking us out of the read. I mean, honestly, this music in this, I don't know how well it's coming through for you guys, but man, it's fantastic with this read. It's really allowing me to feel it and connect to it. And it's like the music is just pulling me into it with it. Hopefully it's doing the same for all of you. Okay, give me just a minute here. I want to look at the cards laid out, and then I can share the read with you. Okay. All right. It's a powerful read. Our opening affirmation, right? Best possible decision. I don't know. Somebody's making a big decision out there. And I can kind of sense it here in the spread, right? It's a transformative kind of decision, life-changing. I mean, it means a new beginning, right? Look at this light just piercing its way through this sky, piercing its way past and through death, overcoming death, right? Transforming. Life is changed, not taken. I think it's a beautiful change. I feel like it is right now. It's a day of celebration, right? Anytime judgment ends, it's a time to celebrate. I don't know. How did this judgment, how did it come to an end, right? The King of Swords, right? He brought his truth, right? That energy, bringing truth in whatever way, shape, or form. It may have just been intuition, right? Just knowing intuitively, gaining that understanding, right? Absorbing that King of Swords energy. Because he is intuitive. He's not the King of Cups intuitive, but he's intuitive. Anyways, this is part of this whole transformation, right? Just lifting such a heavy energy, just creating this lightness, right? It just carries you through the day. Somebody was able to come to an understanding, right? Of seeing these three cups, right? Maybe even intuitively, what they really were, what they were really about. Now they can see these two cups, right, next to it being offered. It's not about the losses, right? It's about the gain. It's about the growth. When did the growth come? The growth came, right, after walking away. Two people walking away from one another. It's hard. Heartbreaking. But what happens, right? She walks into this beautiful color. Both cards have it. I mean, it's interesting. Look at the skyline here. It's like the cards are connected. It's like they just run right in unison with one another. Beautiful. I've never noticed that before. Same thing with the level, with the edge of the water. That's fantastic. Yeah. And I think the reason I noticed that right now, right, is because for these two people, right, when this was taking place, there was a part of them, even though they were apart, they were always connected. Always. Always connected. Yeah, it's great. These two cards are fantastic. One on top of the other, right? What comes after the Ten of Swords? What comes after this completion? This ending? The Ten of Pentacles. Abundance. An abundance of just beautiful, loving, nourishing feelings. An abundance of connection, right? Of like-mindedness. Two souls, right? Coming together as one. Maybe twin flames. Soulmates for sure. Two limiting cards, right? But they go kind of hand in hand. The message does, at least. It's time to let this energy go, right? It's time to pick up that last sword. Pick up the last sword, right? And disengage. Leave this energy. Hang on. Yeah, absolutely. This is encouraging you, right, to disengage, to leave the battle, leave the fight. What is the fight, right? It's this resistance. It's connected to the same thing that's giving you worry and concern. Allow it to pass. I don't know, I think we have a couple. We have the King of Cups, right? Water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Male energy, but again, doesn't have to be. It's just the energy that it represents, right? Male, female, male, female, female. It doesn't matter. We're all energies. That's it. Leave morality at the front door, right? Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. She's a great queen. Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah. Again, the energy that it represents. I don't know. This is great, though. This feels very good. This feels very, very peaceful. Effortless, actually. It's like this beautiful, harmonious symphony, right? And together, they both have the King of Pentacles energy, right? Solid, secure, stable foundation. I mean, they know how how they feel about one another. They love each other. Secure love, stable love. All right, guys. Man, what is it about these evening tarot love reads, right? I mean, I like the daytime ones too, but these evening ones are just, they're powerful. This is a great story. I hope it resonates with so many of you out there, right? I hope you've been able to hear your story and your truth here. I hope you've been able to recognize some of these different energies, right? And to listen to some of the insight, the intuition, the guidance that's given in the read. Allowing all of us to raise our vibration, right? Allowing all of us to find love. The quest. Okay, guys. Thank you all for the love and the support for the whole channel. I mean, honestly, I don't have my channel without you guys, so I can't thank you enough. For all of you who have contributed, right, and donated towards the channel, thank you so much. Your contributions, large or small, all of them make a difference. It's what allows me to be able to do this. That, along with those of you who have ordered personal reads. And I've really enjoyed doing those, and I look forward to continuing to do more. So if you're interested in having me give you a personal read, just reach out to me. Send me an email. My email address is in the description below. And yeah, it's easy to set up. I just correspond with you, and it's a $40 cost, and it's a 30-minute read, and it's your personal read. This is a general read, so it gets a lot more interesting. Anyways, okay, guys, you're the best. Thank you for allowing all of this to happen, this whole experience that I got to participate in tonight. Thanks.